Thanks for inviting us in on this Monday. It is a big step forward in this push to get more Americans vaccinated.
That's because today the FDA fully approved Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine, and it comes just a little more than 9 months since the first doses of that vaccine from Pfizer were given to Americans.
Yeah, this approval today is going to make it easier for places like the Pentagon to require the vaccine. It may also persuade others who were hesitant to get vaccinated.
In fact, a Kaiser Family Foundation survey from back in June found that 3 in 10 unvaccinated adults polled say they'd be more likely to get their shots if the vaccine were fully approved. And Mary Mills picks up the coverage tonight with word that really is good news for health departments and hospitals.
Does she have any questions?
It's been slow going the last few months at vaccination sites like this one. But health officials hope things will pick up now that the Pfizer vaccine got the full stamp of approval from the FDA.
What it tells everybody is just as safe as anything else that the FDA has approved, any cancer drug, heart drug, anything at all.
Dr. Romuletti is with Community Health Network, which put out an alert Friday asking people not to come to ER for COVID testing. They're too short-staffed.
I can't tell you how exhausted people are in our hospitals, our nurses, doctors, EVS. It's a day in and day out, and then to see another surge like that.
And with 95% of COVID patients here unvaccinated, Dr. Uletti hopes that changes with the FDA signing off on Pfizer.
So if anybody was questioning the safety of it, you'd really have the full backing now of major science.
And there has been a lot of skepticism. Last month, as Hamilton County health officials worked to get more people vaccinated in rural areas, one woman told us,
I am opposed to getting a shot because I don't trust new experimental drugs.
We can't speak for her now, but polls have shown that nearly a third of unvaccinated Americans could be swayed to get a shot with full FDA approval.
It is possible that it's just an excuse now that they'll find something else. We would hope that, at least some of them are looking at the data.
And seeing how quickly the Delta variant is spreading.
We're almost getting at the same level of hospitalizations that we were back in December. 1 in 8 of our patients is now COVID positive. It was 1 in 50 before.
Brittany Roberts and her fiance definitely worried. While they say the FDA approval wasn't a big factor, they didn't want to wait any longer to get vaccinated.
We've been hesitant on it, just kind of, I guess, out of fear. But now with the Delta variant out and things getting much worse, I feel like the risk isn't worth it. So we needed to both get vaccinated.
Here are 5 things to know about the full FDA approval. To get to full approval, the FDA analyzes the vaccine's effectiveness, its safety, and how it's manufactured. Pfizer would have had to submit at least 6 months of safety data from clinical trials. Even after full FDA approval, a vaccine continues to be monitored for safety. Pfizer's full approvals for those 16 and older, and it still has emergency use authorization for people ages 12 to 15. This full approval could lead to additional mandates, especially in schools. Now, as for the Moderna and J&J vaccines, Moderna filed for full approval weeks after Pfizer did. J&J said it hopes to later this year. And this new approval means a new name change. The official branded name of the Pfizer vaccine is now called Comirnaty.
Thank you, Madison. And also, we want to let you know that we heard about a change of a school today. This on the north side in Hamilton County, going virtual starting as soon as tomorrow.
Yeah, we're talking about Noblesville East Middle School. It previously quarantined about 200 students.
But now they say they've seen even more cases throughout the school, with 62 confirmed cases since just last week. So making changes. They're moving to virtual for the time being. Everyone then will return on August 31st unless they were specifically given an earlier return to school date.
Happening tonight, another vote in Avon to require masks at all of the schools in that district. The board voted a few days ago to require masks for elementary and intermediate schools, but the superintendent says the numbers have increased, with 849 kids quarantined from junior high and 481 at the high school so far this year. Now, all of these discussions are taking on added urgency tonight as the number of student cases grows. Last week, schools reported 3,500 new COVID cases among students, and that's twice as many as the previous week. Also, schools reported 172 teachers and 218 staff members testing positive. Remember, schools are not required to report their cases, so several hundred don't. The Big Ten is out tonight with a new rule for the upcoming fall season.
That's right. We learned from the conference leaders today that a team, if they cannot play a conference game because of COVID, that game then will be declared a forfeit, and it will count as a loss when they compute the league standings.
Now, if neither team can play, it will go in the books as a no contest.